Let's finish with a bit of rugby league. We've got the first round of games, Warriors versus Raiders, Panthers versus Sharks. But the most important Aotearoa Warriors nugget right now is that the Warriors, I think Toby Crosby is still with the Warriors. I'm pretty confident he is. So if the Warriors have Toby Crosby and a young fella from Christchurch, Bishop Neal, in their system, they have two dudes who have delivered some of the craziest rugby league highlights that I've ever seen. Like Toby Crosby scored 2 tries. He scored 1 try off the kickoff last year as a prop, and he scored another try just taking a hit up and literally beating at least 10 defenders to score a try and running 50 meters to score that try. That was last year. This year, we've seen Bishop Neal scored a few really good tries, and then he scored an absolutely ridiculous try for the Warriors under-17 team where he did a chip and chase in the midfield and ran to the corner as a forward. So the most important thing about the Warriors that I can share right now is they have 2 players who have delivered some of the craziest highlights that I've ever seen, that I've ever put together. So I think that, and that comes after we've like had flashes of Leka Halasima doing crazy shit as a 17-year-old in New South Wales Cup. So I wouldn't worry about the Warriors' development pipeline right now. I don't worry about the junior results, and we don't have time to go into depth about what's happening there. But I will say the junior results, so SG Ball, under-17 Harold Matthews, the New South Wales Cup team has been top 4 for 2 years in a row with youngsters. So you can worry about the under-17 team, you can worry about the under-19 team, you can worry about the under-21 team. But the Warriors have had a good reserve grade New South Wales Cup team with youngsters, many of whom should have been playing under-19s, many of whom should have been playing under-21. So I'm not too worried about those junior results, because the most important area is youngsters entering New South Wales Cup. Because the best youngsters are playing New South Wales Cup. The best youngsters are getting into New South Wales Cup. And the Warriors have had a very successful New South Wales Cup team, always full of youngsters. So that's the most important area to watch out for and track results. But it hasn't started yet, so we can't talk about it. We do have this NRL footy. The Warriors, the funky thing I'm thinking about is, how do you get a Warriors team with Ali Leotawa at centre? I think you can have Jacob Laban starting edge forward, and then Dimitri Vaimonga, Leka Halasima on the bench. That's all I want. I don't know if it will happen. We're recording this on Tuesday. Teamless Tuesday is tonight. But I want a Warriors team with those 4 youngsters in the team. That is the main thing that I'm looking forward to this season, and more Taine Tuaupiki. I think you can carry Taine Tuaupiki on the wing. Nickel Crockstar at fullback, Tuivasa Sheka on the wing. A lot of running, a lot of oomph, a lot of power. Taine Tuaupiki, a bit of speed, bit of zip. More variety in the style of running as well, I think, is very important for the Warriors. So I'm interested in Taine Tuaupiki perhaps getting a wing spot. But the most exciting thing for me, or aside from Fisher Harris, Barnett, Aaron Clark in the middle going crazy, whether it's round 1, whether it's later in the season, I'm looking out for the Warriors team that has Leotawa, Laban, Vaimonga, and Halasima in the same team. I want Laban to start, and I want Niokore on the bench. So then you got a bench of Dylan Walker, Vaimonga, Halasima, Niokore. To me, that's the best Warriors team. Everything else is fairly stock standard. But yeah, that's what I'm most excited about. And the thing I'm probably watching the most is Luke Metcalf and his long kicking. Well, both kicking. Because I actually think Luke Metcalf has a better long kicking game than Sean Johnson. I think his bombs are better. I think he's got better accuracy with the long kicks. He's already shown the 40-20 stuff, which is good. But I think Sean Johnson had a better short kicking game. So how Luke Metcalf dictates where the Warriors are playing through his kicking game is going to be very interesting with the long kicks, but also those short kicks, the grubbers, the chips to the corner, the chips to the edge, and just how he controls the tempo, the flow, the style of play the Warriors are operating with through his kicking game. Because I don't think the Warriors, this is the thing, I don't think the Warriors controlled games with their kicking very well last season. And I think Luke Metcalf, who did an interview with the Warriors YouTube channel, and he said, you know, he's played a lot of halfback. He's not like a number 6 trying to learn halfback. Like, he is a halfback. I think he has the capacity with his running game, with his passing game, and then his then what I'm watching for with his kicking game. I think he has the capacity to control the Warriors footy a lot better than they were last season. Of course, there's other teams playing. Raiders, they've got a bit of drama. They've got a bit of drama in the other countries. So not sure what's going to be happening there. But obviously you got Matthew Tomoko starting centre. He's the main lad from Aotearoa to watch out for with the Raiders. Just hoping he can maintain his high level of play and we don't see a dip heading into his kind of 3rd, 4th seasons. The other game is Sharks versus Panthers. Panthers, I don't think we're going to get Preston Ricky in the top 17. So that will be a bummer. And I don't think we're going to get Trent Toilau. Trent Toilau was in the Kiwi squad last year as a player born and raised in Melbourne. He chose to represent the Kiwis, just like Casey McLean chose to represent the Kiwis despite being born and raised in Sydney. Casey McLean, he's going to be starting centre. He's going to be starting winger, either or. He's awesome. Trent Toilau has been very good in the preseason. I don't think he's in the top 17, but he might get a bench spot. So watch out for Trent Toilau because he adds to the halves depth for New Zealand Kiwis. Then we have the Sharks. Braden Hamlin-Uele playing through the middle. He's kind of dipped away a wee bit, so watch out for Braden Hamlin-Uele to see what level he's playing at with the Sharks. He did play for the Kiwis a few years ago. Has also played for Samoa, I believe. The Sharks also have Ronaldo Mulitalo, high-level Kiwis winger, and Kale Iro. This would be the worst spot to assume that Kale Iro is going to be playing for the Kiwis because he grew up in the Cook Islands. He's actually one of these players who grew up in the Cook Islands, grew up in Tonga, grew up in Samoa. So with respect to Kale Iro and respect to Cook Islands Rugby League, I'm not assuming he's going to play for the Kiwis. If it happens, it happens, but he is a hearty Cook Islands Rugby League player. He did live in Auckland as a teenager, going to Mount Albert Grammar, playing for Mount Albert Rugby League. But he's someone to watch out for, adding to the centre depth for Kiwis. But also Mawane Hiroti from Taranaki, from New Plymouth. He is a very good outside back, can play centre, can play wing, can play fullback. And he is a very good clubman for the Sharks. He's always there. He re-signs with the Sharks. They show faith in him. He does a good job as a versatile outside back, but he's also a high pedigree junior. Went to the Rabbitohs as a youngster from Taranaki. So he's been on this journey for a long time as a high pedigree youngster. Now he's just doing a versatile role for the Cronulla Sharks.